Okay, in this episode we're going to look at animating a character using a nested animation. So this is going to be the beginner one, so cue the music. Right, so what you can see on the screen is we've got a blank screen. What we're going to do is we're going to animate a very basic character. In this case it's just going to be a bird. First thing we need to do is we need to draw out our character. Mine's not going to be very good, spoiler, but the main reason it's not going to be very good is because I'm not going to take very long doing it. You, however, can spend as long as you like. So once I've got my basic shape, I'm going to convert it to a symbol, call it bird, keep it as a graphic, click OK, happy days, and then double click into it, and what we have is a separate timeline for this particular character, which means that we can do all sorts of things to it that allow it to kind of loop animations and things like that. It can be used in conjunction with like a scrolling background and things like that, which you can find in another tutorial that I've done, which you can click here probably and see that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to label our layers. So we got the bird, we better label that body. The next one we're going to have eyes. We'll change that to eyes, yeah, beak. And feet and wing. Okay, now the reason why I've done them, I'm kind of preempting, although this is only the beginner one that we're doing today. The next video you'll be able to kind of animate a lot of things within one animation, whereas this one we're just going to do kind of the wing. So let me quickly draw some eyes. He's a good looking chap. Oh dear. Right, okay, that looks good. I'll quickly draw the beak. Keep this quite stylish. Oh, he's lovely. I'll put the feet on, as you can tell, again, very arty. They probably need to be behind the body. And we're just going to lock all those layers, because the only one that we actually want to animate is the wing. So then we'll draw the most basic of wings, which is this. Okay, and then all we're going to do is keyframe that wing so it flaps up and then flaps down. As I say, you can spend a lot of time doing this. I'm going to do it very, very quickly. So if I press F6 and get a new keyframe, select the arrow, and I'm just going to use that point at the end and move it up, and again move it up, and again move it up. The old you know, watching someone keyframe animation is never the most exciting of things. So that's what we do. Instead of going up and then going down completely, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these frames, paste them in here, and then I'm going to reverse them. That's right. Where's the reverse? There we are. Reverse them. So what we should see is the wing goes up and down. And then if I insert a frame here, it means the rest of the drawings, the body, the eyes and stuff like that actually keep up with what we're doing. Go back to scene 1, Control Enter, and nothing's happening. The reason why nothing's happening is because we've only got one frame on the main timeline. Remember, you're working with two different timelines now when you work with nested animations. But the cool thing is now that I've got that bird flapping, let's say I've got 100 frame animation running, which I'll do by pressing F6 on frame 100. What happens now is the nested movie clip will just loop over those 100 frames. So if I press Control Enter, there we go, our bird's flapping and flying, which is fantastic. And so that will potentially save you a lot of time when you're animating anything. You could be looking at someone walking or something like that, you know, where it's a repetitive thing. And when you add that in with a scrolling background, you can get quite a lot of effect from an animation with fairly little work. So there you go. That's the beginner's guide to nested animations. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, cheers.
Watch telly.